sound test. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Thanks for being there. We are on 24-hour call with Faith again, and we are going to do this together. So I'm doing a mic check. Let me check my sound real quick. It's a miracle. You remember when we did this before? Okay, great. Yeah, no, I have my sound on way low, so I'm going to go fix that real quick. How's that sound right there? Oh yeah, let me turn my volume up. Hold on. Oh yeah. So this is a camera mic, so that makes sense. Oh yeah, I'm going to turn it down just a tiny bit more, and that way you're not hearing everything I'm doing as I rustle about the house and as we get ready to do some hospice care with Faith. And if I'm not standing right in front of the camera as well, you probably can't hear it very loud, so just turn your volume all the way up. But if the dogs start to bark, I don't want it to be like a wild mess up in here. Okay, are you guys in it for the long haul? Alright, so hey, what's up you guys? Thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for being out there. I know this is some tough stuff to watch, but every time someone has gotten sick or not felt well, I've gone live watching it, including when Angel had her puppies. Well, here we are again, and Faith is not doing 100%. The funny thing is, though, is she is walking around. She's perked up. She doesn't look sick at all, but it is the diarrhea once a day and the vomiting once a day that's throwing me off. So with some help with some veterinarian and vet tech and friends out there like Nikki and you guys who know who you are, who have given advice, and even my 20-something years of experience with senior pet care and aggressive senior dog grooming, I am at where this is kind of our another attempt. And now what looked worse was last year, 2025, when Faith went through some pea gravel bleach poisoning from a pool being, I think that's what happened. She wasn't walking around, and we got her through that twice. So I just want her to know that I'm not going to give up on her now. She's walking around still. I just want her to be comfortable. And when you see her, you're going to say, yeah, she doesn't look like she needs to be euthanized today. But we'll see how it goes, because I do want her to stay hydrated, and I'm going to start doing that live with you guys. But I'm not going to talk about everything I'm doing. You'll just watch me do it as we watch her together today. So Miss Faith is actually sleeping over here right now. Hey girl, you perked up? She's right there. Hey girl. Now this zoo is going to have to settle down if we're going to put her in some care. So what I'm going to do is move you guys around here and there, and you guys, it's going to be busy. I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be doing stuff as well as treating my girl. So the first thing I need to do is I want to give her some syringe hydration. And I want to annotate all this because I want you to know what you could do if this is something that's happening in your life. And later we can see it happening. You can see it happening, and if it happens to you, what was the outcome? You guys watched me help Faith last year, but I want you to see what today looks like after. This morning was diarrhea at 9 a.m. She went outside to pee just fine, but at 8:30 a.m. she woke everyone up vomiting. So this has been ongoing for over 2 weeks now, off and on. And she's been eating, she's been drinking, but she's just been really picky about what she wants to eat. So right now, I'm going to hydrate her. I just went and got some other meds. I'm waiting for a doctor to let me know, which is why I set you guys up on this whole situation again. This is the Having Puppies live stream computer. I need my phone so I can be talking to this veterinarian who is really, really nice to help me without bringing my dog in to the veterinarian, being that if you end up having to say goodbye to your dog, the last thing you want to do is spend thousands. And I'm so glad I have this blessing, this veterinarian who's communicating with me. Thank God for him and his wife. They are the ones I've spent so much money with on all the dental cleanings. So when you are consistent in going somewhere, then they can help you. But if you pick one vet and you go there once, they're going to be reluctant to help you when you need help if you haven't gone in, right? So they have seen Faith a couple times. They just did a tooth check on Saki and Faith a couple months ago, December. And so they know Faith. They've seen her. I've spent a lot of money with them, but they're just genuinely caring and gave me some free medicine the last time I seen them. And we're going from there. But thank God I have them on the phone to talk to them, and thank God for a vet tech manager friend at another veterinarian, and thank goodness for a friend of mine who is a vet tech working for another veterinarian. I can actually write all these people, and Nikki for talking to me this morning, talk to all these people and take a little bit of everything everyone's saying and try to give Faith a super comfortable time right now. But you'll see, she's walking around doing her thing like she normally would do, but she is getting thinner, and I don't like that, and she's not keeping things down. She could be doing better, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try to make her stay hydrated, and we're just going to watch her together and just get ready in case we do have to say goodbye. This is what we're looking at. All right, so thank you, Michelle. Bless that vet, absolutely. They're actually at a convention, and they're still willing and kind enough to write me. Wow. You know they don't want to do that. It's like come in, spend $300-400 just to see the dog, So we'll see what happens. I don't want to go into details about that now, but let's get Faith. The first thing I want to do is I'm waiting for a message, but I didn't get one, so I'm going to do what I feel like I need to do, which is the first thing we're going to do is hydrate her. In order to do that without having all the dogs swarming me, I have to put everybody away. Come on. Come on. Come on. Angel. Come in here, please. Thank you. Even Saki, I have to close her up because she'll go to try to eat everything that I'm trying to do for Miss Faith. We don't need that. And then Mr. Brownie, he can be put up as well. You need your downtime with the dog that's maybe going to pass away. You need to have that time with the dog, This is why kenneling is so important. I can actually put everybody where I need them to be if I have a kennel. If you don't have a kennel, it's really hard and a really bad day when you're trying to put everybody in different rooms and such. So we want to wash our hands before we start doing medicine and feeding and stuff like that. This towel down, nice clean towel, as I sit down there with her and make a mess with some electrolytes. So for the sake of documenting everything, I have a nice clean bowl here. I'm going to use a syringe. If you ever have these kinds of syringes from your veterinarian, don't just throw them away, keep them. I'm going to pick this electrolyte here. It was a little cheaper than Pedialyte, and I'm going to put some in here. She wasn't wanting to drink it yesterday, so I'm going to actually syringe it into her mouth. When you're doing this kind of syringing and you're trying to give your dog something, sometimes their mouth hurts, especially if she's like this age, if your dog's this age, 18 to 20 years old or older. What you might find is you're going to hold their jaw, be as gentle as you can, or get a towel and put that around their jawbone and really hold their jawbone still so that you can do some of this feeding, okay? Now, this is something you just have to figure out on your own how to hold, but if you give up, then yeah, your dog will start to lose fluid and basically start dying. So we want to try to do our best. Faith is walking around. Oh, like I said, I'm going to make this mess. Faith is walking around, and I think personally she's not ready to die right now. Okay, so anyway, I'll stop talking. Okay, here we go. You're gonna try to take some of this with me. After this, we have to do other things. So this is my attempt of, like I said, you may be on your last legs, but you're not going to go out without a fight. So I'm not going to let her go out without some kind of fight. So we're going to just do electrolytes here. She's drinking water just fine, but I just want to make sure she has fluids that have the ability to give her some energy, okay? And just nice and easy here, not too much at one time. It's okay, you're all right, you're all right. Oh, you're all right. Hey girl, Howard, can I look at your mouth a little bit here? Sometimes if it's really badly infected or something like that, maybe that's kind of why there's problems in how they're behaving. So it's good to kind of just take a good look in there. Everything seems kind of okay. Okay, Granny, you're doing so good. You're doing so good. One time I looked in Sally's mouth, and it was a day, the afternoon that I had to euthanize her with the company and say goodbye to her and send her to the rainbow, right? And I looked in her mouth. Her mouth actually, she was laying in this was Sally. She was a senior pet that came into my care. I had her for 5 years. And she was 21 when she passed away. And I hear something, so let me think. She was laying in my arms before they came to my house to put her down. And her mouth opened up, and I could see on the top and the roof of her mouth if there was a huge gouge. And it was infected. And I am 100% sure now. I knew that she had fallen over herself because I saw her trip over herself, and that probably cut the top of her mouth, and then that got super infected and no one knew, and then she started declining fast after that. So sometimes just kind of keeping an eye and looking at stuff might give you answers and kind of help you decide and tell your veterinarian, like, hey, I saw a cut in her mouth, or I saw this, or I saw that. But if you don't know, sometimes you'll never know, right? You just think they just overnight got sick, but really there's some chronic problems that were happening that you couldn't see. Okay, a little bit more. I don't want to irritate you too much. You need a little bit more of that? You can just do a little bit more of that. There you go. Just do a little bit more. So I went to do a toenail trim today already, and in my mind I was like, it's okay. I'm going to go swing by and get some more medicine from what the veterinarian said I could try to use. We're really trying to just make sure her body is comfortable, because she looks fine, right? She's not seizing out. She's not having seizures. She's just chilling. She wants to sleep all day. She's going to hang out. She's watching me. She walked around following me all morning. But it's that one time she vomits and that one time she has diarrhea that makes you worry. And I'll just say this out loud in case you do or do not understand. If you have a dog that you love and you care about, you want to wait and see if they have answers for you before you just go run to the veterinarian and put them down. So it's Friday. It's a discussion to be had. If you go Saturday or Sunday to the veterinarian for euthanasia, then it sometimes can be thousands of dollars because you're now going to the ER. And I want to make her comfortable, but I also don't want to be like, okay, this is convenient for me to go Friday financially and emotionally. it's not convenient emotionally, but financially it would be like, today would be cheaper than Sunday. And that is so stupid that I have to even consider life and death on a budget. So I'm not ready to push that to make her feel like I need to go put her down today. I'm not ready for that. I don't think that she is. If she's on a decline, great. But she's not dying like today, right this minute. I'm not going to go take her in while she's still looking at me and following me and making it out the doggy door to pee and walking around and doing her thing. You know, like she goes and pees and poops on everyone's stuff. Right, Miss Faith? I don't have that feeling now. So I don't want to say, well, it's Friday. It's convenient for me. It'll be cheaper and I'm going to do that. Dee Dee, I am not going to do that. If it ends up being more expensive for Sunday, I got 2 more days with her. If it ends up we get through it, oh, heck yeah, I think we can pull through this. But that's just me having hope because of what we pulled through in 2025. And you guys watched that live when we did that. She pulled through. She literally wasn't walking. She literally was pooping, laying there pooping. It was black. It was bloody. And it took 2 weeks and we got through it. And then it happened again and we got through that. So if she's a little fighter, you know. We just need to make sure we're hydrating her. You can see, I feel like she's losing some weight because, check this out. This is what the veterinarian said. The veterinarian said on the phone, he thinks, yes, you know, she probably does have some failures happening. And one of those things could be that she has cancer in the lining of her stomach or cancer in the lining of her colon. And why she's vomiting or also having diarrhea, it is probably that because of that cancer or problem, it's not that those areas are not letting her body consume and process protein, fats normally. So it's going through her system, it's getting rejected a little bit, it's coming out as diarrhea, it's coming out as vomit. So we can make her comfortable because it's in her organs. And yeah, maybe it's happening, but he said if she's kind of perky, if she's walking around, if she's still looking at you, it's probably not her time yet. Is it coming up? Yeah, it is coming up. She's 20 years old. Is it coming up? Absolutely. But is it today? My answer to myself and to her is no, it's not today. Now, I've already made some calls. I believe I'm going to I can either use the veterinarian where that manager vet tech answered my questions today, where I go to their office and the veterinarian, there's 2 people, right? The veterinarian office is a place that I take her. The veterinarians that work there, we've seen them. But that's not the veterinarian that's on the phone with me. The veterinarian is on the phone with me. Rents out that veterinary office where the manager, Michelle, replies to me. That veterinarian office is not associated with the veterinarians on the phone, but that's the same office that they work out of on the weekends, a couple times a month, where I get all the dentals done. That particular veterinarian that did their dentals, a husband and wife package, he's the one messaging me back, and they don't work out of there. They just rent it twice a month on the weekends. So it's kind of confusing, but that's what I say. The vet tech manager, that's one lady that works at that office, and then the veterinarians outsource that clinic twice a month. That's the veterinarians on the phone with me. So the veterinarians on the phone with me are saying, he said, I don't think she's ready to go yet. Is it a slow go? And it is. When you have organ failure, it is definitely a slow go. So he goes, as long as as long as I can handle the back end, which means cleaning up, feeding, hand feeding, wiping up pee, wiping up diarrhea, managing the rest of the dogs around the craziness, because you need to be able to do this without the frustration of like 10 dogs, I don't have 10, but all these dogs behind you licking, eating her food when I put it down. That's just for her. Like, if I can manage all the back end, which is really hard. And I've already cried a lot today. Don't think this didn't hit me last night and today, but I decided I didn't want to give up. So we are here now. As long as I can manage the back end, he said, then you could probably keep her comfortable and she can just sustain where she's at. So now that we've got some fluids in her, in about 10 minutes or less, I would assume she's going to want to pee. She sometimes has an accident trying to if she wakes up, she's kind of groggy. She's 20. 20 times 7 is what? What is 20 times 7? I don't want to say it out loud. She's that old? We did good. We did good. So, look at her already resting. I do want her to eat something. Faith. But I also need to give her some meds because I haven't given her any meds today. I wanted to wait to talk to the veterinarian and see what, because I'm like, let me just let her system kind of be empty right now with medicine. We did some yogurt, and as soon as I got home from the toenail trim, we did some yogurt. She ate it right up. So I'm going to give her some of this fluid that he told me to go get. I'm going to show it to you right now. We're going to give that and see if she'll have a little bit more yogurt. We're going to keep this around on the table back here so we can give her some more electrolytes here within the next 2 hours. All right, there we go. Haley, hi. Michelle, hi. Faith says she's ready for fluids. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for checking in. God bless y'all. What's up, Doug? Thanks for checking in. Janet, thank you for checking in. I think I saw Marsha out there earlier, maybe. MP, thanks for checking in. Where are you at? Where are you at now? Janet, thanks for being out there. Joey, thanks for being out there. And we're in hospice care. So this is what it looks like. All right, let me get her this medicine that I just got. So what we have here is the CVS brand, and it's called, bear with me, I want to say it out loud for the video. Keelpectate. Oh, you looking up? You perking at this? So I have this Keelpectate, but this is a CVS brand, and this will help her tummy. Who'd have thought? This is why I'm showing you, is because I want you to know, what it could look like for you. And there's some more other meds, and we're going to give them not all at once, but we're going to give a little bit here and there. So I'm going to give some of this to her. Let's go with 1 milliliter. You want to try this? What do you think? It's vanilla. The let me just call her a manager, but she's a vet tech and okay, hold on. She said get vanilla. Most dogs will tolerate that. It's okay. You're all right. Can I try to give you some of this? There you go. Is that okay? Yeah. I'm doing a little rubby rub here. Let me try to lick that up. It's okay. You're all right. You're all right. Let me try. Lick it up. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. You had to sit up for that? Okay. All done? All done. Good girl. Good girl. Hi, good girl. So we did 1 milliliter of that, okay? I need to write that down. All right, so that's what that is. You okay? And we're going to wait a little bit, and I'm going to give her some yogurt, see if she'll eat anything. Let me just let that kind of go through for a minute. All right, you want to let me wipe your face. Let me go get a towel, wipe your face, okay? that's why it's remarkable. She's fine. She's walking around. Hold on, let me just wipe this up. Let me just wipe that off. Good girl. Good girl. She went in there and followed me over there. All right. You want to come chill and sit down now? You want to find a place to lay down? See where she's going over here. Let me see if we can get her stabilized, and I'm going to start doing. There you go. Hey, girl. You want to get stabilized here? You want to lay right here? How about that? Why don't you make yourself comfortable here? You want to do that? You want to lay down right here like this? That way you're not, I don't want you to follow me around because I'm going to do some things. I'm going to, you know what I mean? Come here, girl. Come lay down. Don't forget you can hit the wheel and change your quality to 1080. On the video, underneath the video, in the video itself, right above the title, you can hit the wheel and change it to 1080 for better quality. See how her lip folds up above her tooth? It's kind of cute. At the same time, it's also kind of like sticking to her tooth. Notice how she's got that eye gaze. Sometimes it's I'm thirsty and sometimes it's I'm hungry. So I do want to give her some time to let that process down her tummy, and then I do want to try to see if she'll eat something. Michelle, how have you been? We haven't seen you in a while. It's almost like a waiting game, you know? She'll rest, or is she going to follow me around? I'll try to position the camera as I go, but forgive me if I'm not perfect about it. let me position you guys kind of above here and maybe try to figure this out. Oh, let's see here. Oh, I don't know if it's going to work, but I'll try. You guys just have to manage being understanding on the positioning. That, or maybe do you want me to let you go? Or are you interested in hanging out? Anyways, let me know in the comments below. And I will see where she ends up being and put you guys where she's at. I think she'll end up laying down at some point. Honestly, I'd really like you to lay over here, Miss Faith. That way you're kind of positioned near the door. We've got a couple backup plans for diarrhea and pee. And I'll move this water over here. Good pastel, man. She really wants to be all up in your business, huh? Everybody wants to come check you guys out. What do you think? You want to try to go potty? Want to try to go pee-pee? What do you think? Huh? What do you think, girl? Want to take you a pee-pee real quick? Want to try to go pee-pee? Yeah, because I watched some videos and it. Come on, Angel. I watched some videos on something like that to give for a dog with liver or kidney failure, and it is. It's like you kind of got to have good quality. This one guy was like, feed organic chicken meat or organic beef, like that. So just look around, and I'm going to try to pull it up and see if I see something. But it should be just only 5 or 6 choices, and just get what looks to be organic bone broth. And let me see if that, because even if she doesn't want to lick it up, I can actually syringe that and get that kind of inner body. All right, thank you. Love you. Yeah, there's only going to be so many choices at Walmart, but at least you can, look it up. Let me know. Yeah, something like that. Okay, thanks. Okay. Love you, bye. Thank you. No, I can't think of anything right now. Thank you. Love you too, bye. Dad's gonna get some bone broth for me. I know that. I forgot about that, but I'm sitting here thinking, if I can't get her to eat solid foods, what are we gonna do? So I can syringe bone broth. What I don't want her to do is get so dehydrated or not be able to keep things down where, you know. So anyways, that's what we're up to, Miss Favorite. We're gonna see about some bone broth. While that's happening, I'm actually going to look it up. See what I mean, though? She's totally following me around. Maybe I'm not going to keep you guys live. Maybe we'll do this live check-in, and then I'll check back in about a couple hours, and we'll go live again, because all I'm going to do is move this camera around all over the place, laugh out loud. And that gives you an opportunity to see me all day, see us all day as we go through this. So I'm researching best bone broth. Best organic bone broth. She does not want to sit down, dude. Oh, somebody out there acting wild. Hey, something says kettle and fire is like one of the best. Kettle and fire, I think. Yeah, that. Just tell me when you get there. You don't have to write anything down. So you don't crowd the area. But I don't know if that's that long. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Organic or something that's slow cooked for 16 hours is the best, it says. And I think one will be fine. If I have to go get more tomorrow, I'll go get more tomorrow. But she's not eating a lot, so she probably won't eat a lot. And I don't want to overdo it either. Okay, love you, Dad.
Love you too.
Goodbye. Do you want to sit down and hang out for a minute? Or you want to try to eat some pudding? Why don't we try to get you some yogurt? Why don't we try to give you some yogurt, okay? just a little bit of yogurt. This is what I'm talking about. Misaki's going to eat it all right now. You want to eat some of that real quick? Good girl. I'm going to sit down a little bit there like that. You up. There we go. Up, up, up. There you go. Is that better? There you go. You got it? I'm trying to lick it clean. No? All right, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys right now. We're going to see you in a little bit. We're going to do some cuddling. We're going to give some bone broth and some more electrolyte later on, a little bit more medicine, some anti-nausea medicine together, and we will be back in a little while. Thanks for watching. Be sure you hit that like, subscribe so we can see you again, and please say a little prayer for Faith today.